Go with 4 touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Gateway, 2 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On first down, Russell. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 61 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Russell. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They run with Richardson. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Caught by Green on the out route.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Richardson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run again with Richardson. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Russell. Dancing to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Russell. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Prescott on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Young
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Russell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffith. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Russell. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons
from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Russell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffith.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. And his throw is incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Russell.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Bobby Okereke, the man who broke up that pass.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
led the way down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, and it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Prescott down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
6-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Russell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
That's a play that likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Richardson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Russell firing quickly here, and that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Russell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Operating from the gun, Russell. He will find Winslow. That's complete. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Richardson, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit.
This from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there on 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all. Because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffith.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Russell. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we've reached halftime here. And message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Chase Young
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott from the gun.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The 20, 10, 5. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 175, tying Emmitt Smith for 2nd most all time.
And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here's Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Russell on the right side, caught by Green. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffith. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 1st down. Russell. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And caught. Right side. Green. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Off play action. Russell. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And right side, they're going to go option here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richardson. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Prescott. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Prescott yet again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Elliott.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into 2nd place all time.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
To throw on 3rd down. Russell. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On the handoff, they start with Richardson.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Russell. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Well, let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
On 1st down, Russell. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Russell. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Here's Prescott. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, Johnson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Micah Parsons
in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 18. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Cowboys, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able